The Heat Network hosts Hofstra Votes Live for Election Day.
Hofstra's first-generation students hosted a dinner.
And we'll have a furry friend on set.
All that and more happening at and around Hofstra today.
Welcome to Hofstra Today. I'm Alexa Servo.
And I'm Jason Wyke.
All right, Wyke, first show together. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. How's your semester going so far?
Semester's going well. I can't believe it's midterms already. We're almost at Halloween, and I gotta ask, what are we doing for the costume this year?
So I'm going with a bit of a classic here. Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'll have the bald cap, the goatee. You know, gonna look a little crazy, but I think it'll be fun. How about yourself?
You're supposed to look crazy on Halloween. That's the whole point. I'm going as Avril Lavigne this year. Her classic pink plaid skirt look. I'm super excited. I'm a big fan. I like a lot of her old work, so I'm ready. I've never done the costume before. I've seen people do it, and it looks really good, so I'm looking forward to it. With that, I want to know, favorite Halloween movie?
That's a tough one, but being that my name's Jason, I think I go Friday the 13th. My guy, Jason Voorhees. How about yourself?
I'm going to go in a complete opposite direction and tell you I don't like scary movies. I'm a classic Disney Channel original movie girl. Monstober, Girl vs. Monster. I don't know if you know that one.
Deep cut.
I don't think you're on that kind of level. I don't think you're on. I love Girl vs. Monster.
That's some younger sisters.
And with movies, we do a lot of film work here at Hofstra, don't we?
We do, and with that, one of the productions that we have is Director's Cut, and you can actually watch them live this Thursday at 8 p.m. They'll be inviting Kobe Germain to guest chair to discuss his latest film, We're Not Really Strangers, a short created for his RTVF 167 class. Then tune in to a special Halloween episode of Thursday Night Live on October 31st. You can watch on YouTube, Facebook, or Hofstra Channel 32.2.
Looking for something fun to do next week? You're in luck because RTVF 146 is producing a shuffleboard tournament. One show will take place Wednesday, October 23rd at 7 p.m. and show 2 will take place Wednesday, December 11th at 7 p.m. Show up and show out in the crowd and enjoy some friendly competition between LHCOM's very own students.
Election Day is around the corner, which means Hofstra Votes Live will be happening soon. This award-winning broadcast will start at 6 p.m. on November 5th and end at 12 p.m. It'll cover the race between Vice President and former President Trump, as well as the congressional races locally and nationally.
Show up to school Thursday in purple because October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. The Title IX office here at Hofstra will be raising awareness by handing out purple clothing and accessories in the Student Center from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Thursday, October 17th. Coming up, hear from Name about Public Safety's new Pause program featuring a special guest. Stay tuned for more after the break.
And we are back. Hofstra's very own Edward Preble has fully embodied Frank Sinatra's spirit as he sang Luck Be a Lady during blind auditions on The Voice. Gin and Juice singer Snoop Dogg smashed his button almost immediately once hearing Preble. Despite the persistent complimenting from Snoop, Preble chose Michael Bublé as his coach. The feeling good singer said, "I took a long time to turn around because I'm highly protective of this genre. I've been so lucky to be one of the few people to keep it alive because I love it more than you'll ever know." On behalf of Hofstra University, we wish you good luck, Edward.
Hofstra's 76th annual Shakespeare Festival premieres October 25th, featuring two of Shakespeare's most popular plays, Coriolanus and a one-hour adaptation of King Lear, This Stage of Fools. Coriolanus will be showing in the John Cranford Adams Playhouse, and This Stage of Fools will be in the Joan and Donald Schaefer Black Box Theater at Shapiro Family Hall. All Hofstra students get 2 free tickets to each show at HofstraUniversityTickets.com. Now, Matt Fisher brings us the latest entertainment news. Well, while we wait for Matt to join us, I just want to chat a little bit. Did you catch Edward Preble's audition on The Voice this week?
Oh, it was incredible. I mean, the fact that we had a Hofstra student have Snoop Dogg immediately smash the button.
I know. He wasted absolutely no time. It was so cool to see. Now, I don't know about you. I was really tuned in. I had my parents watching and everything. I was like, you have to see this guy. He walks around campus all the time. He's a Hofstra celebrity in my eyes. I think it's fantastic that he had the opportunity to just do that and represent Hofstra, represent the pride.
Absolutely. Let's now take a look at Matt Fisher.
I'm Matt Fisher, and this is your entertainment report. After Hurricane Milton, the death toll rises to over 220 people. The effects from Hurricane Milton caused hundreds of residents to be displaced from their homes due to flooding, winds, tornadoes, and many more. Many celebrities have been donating to the victims of this year's hurricanes. Among those, Tom Brady, alongside the company GoPuff, donated $100,000, and Taylor Swift donating $5 million to Feeding America and Sarasota directly. Sad news for sports fans out there. Spanish tennis player Rafael Nadal has recently announced he'll be retiring this year after the Davis Cup. Nadal is considered one of the best tennis players in history and is one of the big three, alongside Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer. Nadal has won 22 Grand Slams in the men's single titles, a record of 14 French Open titles, 4 U.S. Open trophies, and ranks #1 through 209 weeks by the Association of Tennis Professionals. Projected to be a box office hit, Joker: Folie à Deux has been rejected by audiences. The Joker sequel grossed $51.5 million domestically and $165 million globally in its first 2 weeks after release. The sequel received a D grade on CinemaScore and rated 33% on Rotten Tomatoes by critics and audiences. Ryan Murphy's series, Monster, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, is a dramatization of the events that led to Lyle and Eric Menendez murdering their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez, in 1989. The 9-part series portrays the brothers' relationship with their parents and the abuse they endured. However, the brothers spoke out against his portrayal following the show's debut. Eric posted a statement on X via his wife, Tammy Menendez, criticizing the show for creating a caricature of Lyle rooted in horrible and blatant lies rampant in the show. When we come back, a live look at Hofstra's career fair and the renaming of Hofstra Soccer Stadium.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason. Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
We've got a furry friend in studio. Say hello to Mac. This Australian Labradoodle puppy is here to support the Pride, doing so as the lead ambassador for Promoting Assistance, Wellness, and Support, also known for short as the PAWS program. Here to speak with Mac is the Associate Vice President of Public Safety and Community Engagement, Geraldine Hart. Geraldine, how are you today?
Good, thank you, Michael. Great to be here.
Great to have you. As I mentioned just a moment ago, Mac is the ambassador for PAWS. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about what that initiative is.
Sure. So, public safety has been looking for some time about ways to connect with our students in different ways. So we've had tailgate parties and workshops on how to, jump your car. And we thought, you know what a great idea to have a dog as an ambassador. Somebody who could walk around with our public safety staff and officers and just really connect with our students in different ways.
And could you elaborate a little bit on the benefits that you think this brings to campus?
Sure. So I can tell you, he's only been here for a very short time, and it's been amazing, the reception. People are on their way to a midterm exam. They stop and give Mac a pet, and they just light up, and they say how much better they feel. And it's been great for our public safety officers to just really engage in conversations that they perhaps would not have the opportunity to do beforehand. And then people come over to the office to visit with him, and it's really just been remarkable.
Now, of course, to the star of the show, Mac is everywhere, from big events to one-on-one. I was wondering if you could describe the impact that he is having on campus.
Yeah, no, it's been terrific. So again, he's got a really busy calendar. There's all sorts of organizations that are reaching out to have some time with Mac. He's been to SGA activities and just walking through the student center. And we've had even students come in and say that their roommate is having a hard time. Can they bring the roommate over just to spend some time with Mac? They miss their dog from home. Absolutely, come on over. And they sit and they engage with Mac, and he's tremendous. He's a great dog.
Do you have any specific stories that stand out to you of Mac interacting with students?
Yeah, so we've had a student who was on their way to class actually yesterday, and they stopped and they gave Mac a couple of pets, and they said, you know what, you really made my day. I'm kind of stressed out about an exam, but this has been tremendous. So we've had that. We've had folks who are homesick or perhaps were in a dispute with their roommate or something that made them uncomfortable. They come over, they spend some time with Mac. They might be filling out a report, and we say, would you like to spend some time with Mac? In he walks, and they just light up.
I had someone tell me backstage how, kind of seeing a dog, meeting a dog, while they don't have them on campus, kind of reminds them of home, brings them back home. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about kind of not only the significance, but the comfort that it brings, and maybe getting away from some of that homesickness, especially for freshmen.
Absolutely right. That's exactly it. And they come up and then they talk about their dog. They say, oh, I have a Labrador or whatever it might be, and they reminisce about their dog. And you could tell right away that they are kind of dog people, because they're engaging with him and they're playing with him, and he just loves it. He is really receptive to it. So it's been great.
Thank you so much, Geraldine, for taking the time to talk about Mac and the Paws Initiative. Now back to you, Alexa and Jason.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
After Hurricane Helene, dogs, cats, and other household pets were found displaced. However, volunteers on Long Island are helping to save the pets and pair them with new owners in need of companions, veterans. Paws of War, an animal rescue organization from Wisconsin, sent volunteers to North Carolina, where they found 4 6-week-old shepherd puppies. The dogs were found with a family that took in the strays a week prior, but because of diminishing supplies, could no longer take care of them. The puppies are vaccinated and are back on Long Island for a few weeks of training before they are ready to go home with their veteran. Now let's go to Gabrielle Yanovitz with the national news.
I'm Gabrielle Yanovitz, and here's what's happening around the nation. Trump's polls are increasing in the state of Arizona, causing anxiety for Harris campaigns. Citizens of Arizona claimed the reason why they chose him is because they believe Trump is better at helping working class people, unlike Pennsylvania. Now, Washington, D.C. has found themselves also leaning towards Trump, as a group of many women have gathered and pray for his return to the White House. Citizens of Arizona claim the reason why they chose him is because they believe Trump is better at helping working class people, unlike Pennsylvania. Now, Washington, D.C. has found themselves also leaning towards Trump. and they pray for his return to the White House. During former President Trump's rally in Colorado, Trump announced a program he plans to launch known as Operation Aurora.
I'm announcing today that upon taking office, we will have an Operation Aurora at the federal level. To expedite the removals of these savage gangs, and I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798.
His goal is to remove illegal immigrant members involved in the Venezuela human trafficking gang El Tren de Aragua. The gang has known trafficking cases in other states, like in Texas and New York. Landlords in Colorado report that because of gang activities in the area, it's harder for them to rent their properties and make any home repairments. The former president plans to use the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to apprehend this gang. 5 former employees of the pro women's soccer team, the San Diego Waves, have filed a lawsuit against the National Women's Soccer League. One of 5 plaintiffs said in court documents that she was sexually assaulted by a coworker, but did not report it to the club or police at the time out of fear of retaliation and losing her job. The other plaintiffs accused the soccer club of discrimination, harassment, wrongful termination, and more. The lawsuit also claims that the NWSL investigated complaints against the Waves twice, but nothing was done. That's all for your national news. Coming up, Asheen Moore will have the weather report.
Owen, let's talk for a second.
Hi, Ellen. Come on in.
When you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
It'll come to you.
It won't.
We had a lot to learn about each other. A lot. Hey, looks good. Things were changing so quickly.
Uh-oh.
We didn't know what the future would hold. Any of us. I just wish you felt more at home now. But we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Hofstra's Career and Internship Fair invites employers from all industries to talk to students about full and part-time jobs and internships. Hofstra Today's Lindsay Lokima is live at the David S. Mack Sports and Exhibition Complex.
Thank you, Alexa and Jason. I am here at the Mack Center live with my 2 friends, Andrew and Henry, at the All Majors Career and Internship Fair. Guys, this was your first fair. I commend you for coming here as freshmen. I want to ask you a couple questions today about how this experience went for you as freshmen. You just came to Hofstra. So you came into this fair. What opportunities were you looking for specifically, and what do you feel you're walking away with?
I think I was really looking for an internship for this coming summer, and really networking with some of the people down there.
I came in not looking for anything specific, but I find my way around looking for the next part of my future.
That's awesome. And how do you feel these fairs better help prepare you for your future, not just here at Hofstra, but beyond?
I think it gives us firsthand experience to what the job force could really look like and really prepare us for that.
I don't know what I want to do in my future, but I come here to figure it out.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate your time. So as you heard it there, folks, this career fair is really important to the kids, both, freshmen, anywhere up to senior. I talked to some people down on the floor today about how it's been going. They're all very excited, a little nervous. They've all got their resumes prepared, and they're eager to network. Here at Hofstra, we're all ready to get going, even as the freshman just said, right? They're preparing for their futures, and that's what this fair really gives them. Now, we're here at the Mack Center, which is a big stage for these employers to come down and look to do, but we're excited to see what comes out of these kids' futures as coming here. I know the shuttle was doing runs from the Student Center all the way here to the Mac Center so that the ladies didn't have to walk in their heels, and it's been a pretty good turnout so far. People are still meandering and making their way in and walking amongst the employers. What you do is you approach them and say, hey, you know, I'm looking for an internship, or hey, I just want to hear more about what your company has to offer. And that's what these employers are really here for. You know, they're looking, some of them are many Hofstra alum, many of them are Hofstra alum. They came here and they're excited to keep going. And, you know, it's a really great turnout, I'd say, for sure. Taking a look down at the floor, we have so many employers down there. But for now, that's all for me. Let's keep going with the internships and networking. I'm going to, you know, wrap it up here. For Hofstra Today, I'm Lindsay Lokima.
Hi, the high today is going to be 59 degrees and the low is going to be 49 degrees. For tomorrow, the high is going to be 60 degrees and the low is going to be 46 degrees. The high on Friday is going to be 65 degrees and the low is going to be 47. On Saturday, it'll warm up. 69 degrees is going to be the high and 49 degrees is going to be the low. On Sunday, 72 degrees is going to be the high and the low will be 52 degrees. That's it for your 5-day weather forecast.
Hofstra's first-generation forward institution hosted a first-gen dinner at the Amsterdam House in the Netherlands. Reporter Lindsay Lokima takes an inside look at what went on during the event.
I'm Lindsay Lokima, today reporting from the Amsterdam House over in the Netherlands. I just witnessed the First Gen organization hosting their family dinner. This is a monthly tradition for the First Gen organizations where students can come, doesn't matter if you're First Gen or not, and come and have some dinner.
The core purpose of the First Gen Family Dinner is to just pause, right? To get all of our residents together, to get them to socialize, have a moment, a nice warm cooked meal, right? So that they can really just connect and feel like, one, that they have a sense of community and that we are invested in them, not just their academic pursuits, but just them as an individual.
The whole family dinner concept is so important to me. I think that you really just build so many connections with people. It's just a really chill, fun way to get away from all the stress of classes. I'm a pre-med student, so it can get pretty vigorous when you're actually in classes. So I think it's really great to just be able to meet other people like you and de-stress and learn about other people's stories.
This was my first gen dinner in my second year at Hofstra. And I shared at the dinner that I had a proud achievement today. I peeled 100 cloves of garlic and I have scars to show.
We made a white bean miso tomato soup stew with basil and a lot of other good stuff. It was vegetarian, actually it was vegan. We often try to have a vegan option here for students, but usually it's not the main course. So this month we had that be the main dish.
If you like what you saw, there'll be many more of these dinners following in the upcoming semesters, this semester especially. Just to see the dates, look on Get Involved HU, and back to the studio. Thank you.
When we come back, a look into the Hofstra men's soccer program and what makes it special. Stay tuned.
Be that safe space for each other for the rest of our lives.
She protects me, I protect her. We are officially going to start a family. We will protect them from anything. I'm in the fire department and I'm in the National Guard.
Packing out for drill.
I was tasked to administer the vaccine in Oxford, so I saw firsthand what we were dealing with. We decided to approach the vaccine with openness. A lot of questions were asked. When the vaccine was available to us, we were able to get it.
Her mom is very immune compromised.
We've not lost anyone close to us from COVID. I really think so much of that is due to the vaccine. I don't know what would have happened if my mom would have gotten COVID. I'm glad I don't know.
I got the vaccine for others. I was worried about passing it on.
People are worried about the vaccine and what effects that might have later. I'm worried about living in the time that I have right now. I want to enjoy my mom and my grandparents while they are here. This time right now is precious to me.
Now let's bump it over to Aiden with your Hofstra Sports update.
I'm Aiden Pagan, and this is your Hofstra Sports update. It was a busy week for the Hofstra Pride, so let's take a look. Volleyball had a perfect weekend as they swept both their games against the Northeastern Huskies. Clara Ball totaled 29 kills, and Beatriz Alves totaled 56 assists across the two games for the Pride's 7th consecutive win. Hofstra sits in second in the CAA and plays the 10th place UNCW Seahawks next weekend. At Cindy Lewis Stadium, field hockey fell 3-1 to the Ryder Broncos. Teresa Karoff had the Pride's only goal for her team, leading 4th of the season. Hofstra's Pika Roos made 3 saves in half one, and Tessa Lambright made 2 in half two. The Pride is back in CAA action Friday to play the William and Mary Tribe. Women's soccer celebrated Senior Day with a 2-0 win over the Hampton Lady Pirates. Matilda Braithwaite and Gabrielle Marte both notched a goal, and Ellie Goff made her team-leading 5th assist. The Pride takes on Elon tomorrow to start their last road trip of the season. 21st-ranked Hofstra tied 23rd-ranked North Carolina 1-1. The Wolfpack struck first, but Jacob Woznicki responded with a goal off a set piece. Filippo Dodone made 7 saves between the pipes and Bose, a 107 goals against average this season. Hofstra's next game is against the University of South Florida on Tuesday, a rematch of 2020 two NCAA's first round in which the Pride lost 4-2. Last month, Hofstra Soccer welcomed back their alumni for Alumni Day during a men's and women's soccer match. Hofstra Soccer Stadium was renamed and dedicated Captain's Field. Sarah Ng has more.
Hello, I'm Pearson Fuso, and I play center back for our Hofstra men's soccer team.
Hello, I'm Rock Carlos, number 10, midfielder from Barcelona, Spain.
Beating a ranked team is huge for us, and I think it's just another stepping stone in our season. We see that we can beat these top-ranked teams, and we're just going to continue to just go one game after the next and keep rolling people.
It was a big step because they were a really good team. We've played against them 2 years in a row in the final, apart from last year, and we knew that they were a really good team. They were unbeaten. They were 7-0-1, and we had to win, and we did it, which was the plan, so we're happy.
Cut the ceremonial ribbon and officially dedicate Captain's Field.
I thought it was an amazing accomplishment for us to be captains on the Hofstra men's soccer team and be honored because the field is being named after Captain's Field, and there's just so many captains throughout the whole Hofstra team and throughout the whole success. It's just awesome to have that field be named Captain's Field.
Yeah, for me, when I heard that was the name that it was going to be for the field, I just thought of all the old captains that I know, not of us yet. I think that's something that we'll think in the future probably more. So it's quite nice.
Thank you so much for interviewing us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, first interview. Hope whoever is listening enjoyed it. We enjoyed it too, a lot.
That's all the time we have for this episode of Hofstra Today.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Hofstra Today.
Hofstra Today will be back on November 13th at 1:30 p.m.
That's all at and around Hofstra Today.